Hi, I'm Michael Nadeline from Market Lead, and today's video is about custom dashboards, how they're the most important thing you could be using on your business. The reason why I use custom dashboards is because it makes it so much easier to measure and manage accounts. Because when you are managing accounts like this one, for example, that's running around $3.152 million a month, you need to make sure that you're spending in the right areas for the right amount, for the amount that you've budgeted towards, and knowing your results. See, looking in the account of Google Ads is very complicated, especially if you haven't segmented it right and haven't actually set up in a way to track properly. And then the other thing I've noticed is a lot of the dashboarding softwares out there in the market are either too simplified or too complex. The beauty of using a dashboard like this, which I always build in Google Sheets, means you can measure it much easily and measure in the way that is more accurate towards your needs. So I'm just going to go through a dashboard today for a client of mine. I've changed some of the campaign names, but all of this data is real data. The reason why I've changed it is just because I don't want anyone to decode who the client is. So I'll walk through this dashboard and just tell you why each segment is important and why the client loves this and why I find it really easy to manage an account that's spending $3.1 million a month because of dashboards. So this is one of many dashboards. Down here, actually, I've got more sheets that are broken down, so based on different channels they're running, but this is just for Google Ads down here. So what I've got at the first one is campaign. Now, this is really important. I talk about structure in a lot of my videos, and I talk about structure because structure is the most important thing, because the way you set up an account is the way you manage it. And it's also the way you report on it as well. So a great structure from the account makes doing these types of dashboards really easy and really effective. So campaigns is always the first place to start. I've just changed the names, but you can see here that for each line, you can actually see the data, which is the most important part, because if you're running a business that has lots of different verticals or lots of different ways you run the business, you need to make sure that you can split things out to measure performance that way. Now, another thing here is placement. Usually I wouldn't do this, but because this client's spending a lot of money across search and also Performance Max, I want to make sure that I've got a more granular approach to understanding how each campaign or how that placement's going. Now, the next one's budget allocation. This makes a lot of sense. You know, when you are setting a budget for the month, you've got to allocate it towards different segments or different campaigns, and actually just knowing that from the start. Next is lead target, and then that leads to cost per lead. Now, you can either do your cost per lead, which would be budget divided by cost per lead will give you your target, or you could do your budget divided by lead target, and then you get your cost per lead. In this case, I'm doing budget allocation divided by lead target because the client gave me the lead target. Now, the next one is, these are just some more kind of just things just to make it more visually clear for myself how we're targeting. So have we hit the lead target for this month? If it's a tick, if yes. If it's an up arrow, it means we're still going in that direction. Now, the next one is, are we tracking to hit? Tick means yes. You know, if we've already hit it, it'll be a yes. A warning symbol for me actually shows that we're less than 10% likely to get it. So like it's less than, so we're 90% of the way probably to get it, but around 10% we won't. So this is just a good symbol to show that, look, are we not projecting in that right direction? And then it's the same with the variance. If it's a tick, it means we're getting the cost per lead lower than our target. If it's a warning symbol at the moment, the cost per lead is higher. So this way I can just see the leverage points of, are we going to hit, and is it costing more or less? The next one I want to go over is just the spend. So this is obviously our targets and then how some of the performance has gone. The next is spend. How much have we spent for the month? Makes sense. Remaining, so it gives me an idea. How much we're tracking to spend. So this is a bit of a projection formula, which will actually show me how much we're actually looking to spend for the month. We can see here, overspend, overspend, underspend, 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 underspend. So you can see that some areas are underspending, some are overspending. And then the next one is remaining a day. So basically just showing how many days are left of the month, how much budget's remaining, and that pretty much gives me the idea of how much I can allocate and just quickly update. So for example, this PMAX campaign, I can be allocating $15,000 a day, whilst this search campaign is around $982 a day. So it makes it really easy for me just to go in and change budgets and also go in there and change target CPAs. Now, this is just some more of the standard in-platform numbers like clicks, impressions, CTR, which is great, cost per click, costs, and then leads as well, and then total conversions, cost per conversions, and conversion rates. So we can see throughout here, these are quite standard, but it makes it so much easier. Rather than having to go into the account and applying filters, I can literally just get it here on a line item, see what the total is for the month, see what the conversion rates are, the cost per conversion, and the total conversions as well. Now, the beauty of this is the way I set all of this up, and the last one is just some daily conversion goal targets and the estimated conversions to date. So are we actually projecting higher or lower than that? With what I was just about to say was this is dynamic. So I set it up in a way where I can actually just change this and it will change the data. The importance of this is as the months go on, you want to make sure that you're refreshing this and actually updating it. So if I do need to look back to a certain window or need to update budgets, it makes it so much easier as well. It's just not stuck to a month-to-month date. It means that I can just keep changing it month to month. I don't need to change the source data. All I need to do is update the client budgets, update the lead targets or target CPA, and then update the dates as well. So I'll just leave it there. I just wanted to do this video because this is something I was doing this morning, and I really like releasing videos about what I'm seeing in accounts and what I'm doing. And I know that custom dashboards are my hidden secret towards how I manage clients and how I get amazing results. So I just thought I'd share this. So many people do it in different ways. The good thing about this is there's no IP on this. It's just a Google sheet. It's just raw data that I pull in that's actually relevant to my client, and I base these on what is important for my client. So for this client, what's important is budget allocation, tracking the results per segment and per placement. So I'll leave it there, but remember, like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, share. If you've enjoyed this video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, share. And if you're ready to become a market leader and you're serious about increasing your sales, increasing your customers, and scaling your business with Google Ads, have a chat with someone at my team about your Google Ads account at marketlead.com.au.